Welcome to Transgender 102. This is a continuation of the Transgender 101 course, and I wanted to get a little further on in my explanation of what is gender. The first thing that I wanted to do is to kind of go over gender expression, which is another one of those aspects that I forgot to include on the previous version. So let's look at gender expression. How does that differ from gender role? And then actually the difference is very minute, and everybody has their own opinions on this. So just kind of take what I say with a grain of salt. But your gender roles are just that, the roles that you're playing in your life, and usually they're related to one gender or the other. These are assigned by society in general, and those definitions are kind of breaking down. Those walls that define male and female are kind of breaking down now, so that different people are doing different roles. So, for instance, there's men that do the housekeeping and cook, and there's women that are out working in the workforce, and vice versa. There's women in the military now that are in active duty in the line of fire. There's, just a blurring of all the roles. So gender expression would be what you're wearing, how you express yourself in the world. So to me, that really is part of your gender role. So it may be a subcategory of gender role. Gender expression would be if you're wearing women's clothes and you're male, or even if you're a male wearing male clothes, that's still your gender expression. So enough said about gender expression. I think that's kind of self-explanatory as well. But I wanted to get also into the sexual orientation a little more, and I talked about last time that it is separate from gender identity and the other gender aspects. So it is fixed from birth. So you have your sexual orientation from birth, and it is something that we discover. It's not something that we choose. And so there's various labels that have been put on. So let's kind of look at some of those labels. There's gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, asexual, straight, and queer. That's kind of a new one for me. But when I was growing up, queer was a derogatory term, and nowadays it's accepted as anyone who is gender variant and doesn't want one of the other labels. So you're a very effeminate male, but you don't want to be called gay, you don't want to be called transgender, then you're queer. And we choose our own identities. It's not something that someone can assign you. Someone can't give you your sexual orientation. It's something just like gender identity. It's something that you choose. So, pansexual is one of those terms that you may not be familiar with. And pansexual is basically an attraction to everyone. And you're like attracted to their personality and not their gender, not their appearance. So it's just a general loving, and it implies that there are more than just the bisexual male-female attraction. So bisexual would mean that you're attracted to men and women. Pansexual means that you're attracted to men, women, and others. So that's good. And then I think everybody knows what lesbian and gay is. Gay is men attracted to men, and lesbians are women attracted to women. And asexual is something you don't hear much about either, and that is there's just no sexual attraction to anybody, anything, and you often present gender neutral, and so that pretty much is straightforward. And then the straight category as well is pretty self-explanatory. So with that said, I think I'm going to sign off with this version, and the next video is going to be on trans terminology. You have a wonderful day. God bless.